it looks like we're getting the usual trio, Galaxy S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra. There were some rumors about an Edge, but it seems like that's off the table, so no excitement there.
So I think we're not going to see a huge change to the lineup in itself. We're still going to have the classic trio that we've seen in previous years. I think there was rumors about a thinner phone to compete with the iPhone Air, but I do believe that's going to be scrapped. So yeah, I think the biggest changes are going to be a slightly bigger screen on the more advanced model, and maybe slightly better camera updates just so they can compete with Apple in that respect.
I think just really tightening up the AI stuff. The AI was cool last year and I really enjoyed it. But I think making it a lot more personalized and a lot more usable in day-to-day life will be the key for them, especially with Gemini. Let's start iPhone and bringing Gemini on, so if they could get some exclusive features for Samsung, that'd be really amazing. And also like the camera, if they could do AI camera stuff, because I'm not that great at photography, so if they could make my life easier and make all my shots look professional, yes, I'm excited for that.
But in terms of the biggest changes, and I think pretty large one for the Ultra, is around the battery. It looks like the Ultra is getting a bigger battery, but not only a bigger battery, faster charger up to 60 watts, as well as a new magnetic wireless charging similar to, is it not?
No, that's right, like the iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ultra often is where Samsung really excel and they get a lot of their sales from quite loyal customers because the tech is amazing. Yeah, the S Pen is a great feature, which I think will be on this Ultra, the S26. Batteries where they could improve. The battery is really good, but they entice you with all these amazing features like the S Pen, the AI stuff, and it's very draining if you use it a lot. So I think improving the battery would be a great one. And also like, yeah, if they could bring the pricing slightly down, I think that would be appeal as well, because there's just so many phones at a similar price now. But I think also like the processing is a lot better than you get an iPhone 17 Pro Max, and the camera is just insane.
So another actually quite exciting feature for myself and a rumor is basically that Samsung are launching a privacy screen for the S26 Ultra, which I think is great, super cool. You get on the tube, you read your messages, no one can see them from an angle, or your private AI chats. But overall, I think this is super cool feature for the user. Before you had to buy a screen to protect your privacy, but here it comes out of the box, hopefully. I mean, it's not confirmed, but it's a rumor I heard as well. Honestly, I'm such a sucker for AI. Like, if I have a good AI assistant that I can use on my apps, I don't need to reach out to my phone, but just talk to it. Similar to, like, yeah, what they're doing now, but improved. This is what I need from the phones and will help me. Like, this is my dream.
I mean, I feel like we're starting to see it happen with the advancement of AI being integrated into your phone. But I guess it's just how can they keep building that in to phones, in that they make it everything so much easier for you, that life admin is just basically a case of you speaking to your phone and everything's done for you.
I think across the board, the design of the phones are really nice. So a lot of them had titanium frames, so they felt really durable. With iPhones, I always tend to whack a case straight on. At Samsung, I'm less inclined to do that just because they feel really sturdy. Would still recommend putting a case on phones, but yeah, it was really nice. The cameras go really underrated, how good they are. The shots are amazing, especially at the zoom capabilities, chef's kiss. And also stuff like the screen, the stuff that iPhone have done quite well recently, Samsung have been doing for a long time. 120 refresh rate on the base model, that kind of thing, just slick. And the processing chips were really, really fast, especially on the Ultra. The Snapdragon Elite set was incredibly powerful. So that was all very, very good.
I think they really led the way with AI. I think, Galaxy AI is just heaps better than Apple Intelligence ever was. I think we'll probably see more great features to come in the new lineup.
Well, overall, the advancement in AI and Samsung, this is something that really excites me, and this is something that probably the iPhone users are jealous about, because obviously with the S25, we saw a bit of a fusion between Bixby and Google, which allowed users to use Bixby to reach out to their apps, maybe schedule an appointment in their calendar, as well as the circle search, which everyone finds pretty cool. So overall, if they nail down the AI assistant with the S26, this will be super cool and might disrupt the industry. So it looks like Samsung didn't really upgrade their selfie camera, I think since 2023. And they have been reusing those selfie camera. So if they can close the gap there with iPhone, this is something that will definitely make a change, and yeah, it will make it more exciting to get that S26.
I felt like last year was the battle of like who can do the thinnest phone, like, which I don't think was, I mean, that was very much style over substance for me. So it'll be interesting to see whether they pivot, which I hope that they do, because at the end of the day, we want features, we want a good camera, we want a phone that has good battery life. We don't want a tiny little Ozempic phone.
Yeah, I'm conflicted about this because I am an iPhone user and I handle a lot of mobile phones in my day-to-day job, and really, on paper, I should not be using an iPhone because there's just so much better phones out there. I think, again, Samsung must be hitting their head against the wall sometimes because a lot of the stuff they've been doing really well for a long time, iPhone have just started doing, and they're getting so much applause from so many plaudits. They must be like, why are we not getting this attention? I think something they could do, as not just an iPhone user, but an Apple user. I use their AirPods are really good, MacBook's amazing, the phone's really great. I was using an Apple Watch. Just make their ecosystem more appealing to the generic market so they could really improve their buds, their watches, if they could do like package deals and just, if I knew I could move all my stuff onto all these different things, then I would 100% switch. Apple just still have me just about in the ecosystem. Improve the ecosystem, Samsung, and I will sail over gladly.
Honestly, I don't know how many times I can say that AI, if they nail down the assistant, if I get a decent assistant, I have been already considering because of the advancement that Samsung are doing in that area, and I'm a heavy AI user. If they continue improving and are ahead of Apple, I'll just switch probably with the next, with my next phone. So that's the one.
Well, like basically I've got the iPhone 17 and I was very upset that they had got rid of the pink model. So if I ever want a pink phone again, I might have to switch over to Samsung. Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because as we know, storage is becoming so much more expensive, and it's just getting so much more expensive for manufacturers to keep making these phones. Like the price of chips is going up. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens with price. What I've seen from the rumors is that it's looking like they're going to stick with that 799 figure for the starting model. So I think they're going to do their best because, I mean, in order to compete, they need to have good pricing. But time will tell, right?
Yeah, there were some rumors about increasing the price, but it looks like Samsung is doing their best to keep the prices as they are. And I think this is perfect, not only for the obviously people who would like to buy the new S26, but also people who don't care about the latest model, as we're gonna see probably the S25 to drop in price, which means you can get a pretty decent phone for a much better price.
Yeah, pricing is incredibly important at the moment. I think we all know the cost of living crisis. Phones got slowly more expensive. iPhone, Samsung, that whole stuff is all competitively priced. I'd say they're all quite similar. I think what I've seen, the rumors, they were planning to do a bit of a price increase, but after iPhone kept their prices the same and actually improved the phone, maybe they're gonna scale that back a little bit. We'll see. But I think they'll keep the pricing the same. I think they bank on people going back a couple of models anyway, and those phones will drop in price by a couple of £100. The S23s, the S24s, we'll see the S25 drop in price. So I think they know that the people that like the new tech and can afford it will go for it anyway, and then the other stuff will come down a little bit. I just really hope they don't put the price up. And if they do, no more than £50, please.